Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's ASCII here, and today we're taking a look at Loatheb and how to defeat him. Loatheb's main mechanic is his very high HP, 75 in normal mode and a whopping 99 in heroic. Under normal circumstances this would make beating him very hard. However, he has two types of spell, one AoE and one single target, that when used deal damage to your minions but also summon up a spore onto his side of the board. When killed, these spores will give every minion on your side of the table plus 8 damage, meaning if you can buff up a whole group you can deal some massive damage to him very fast. His hero power deals 3 damage to your hero. In normal mode that's not much of a problem as it costs 2 mana, however in heroic it's free and can really start to hurt after a few turns. Also, before we get into how to beat him, you can't just drop out Alexstrasza to lower his HP. He'll just destroy it instantly regardless of which hero you cast it on. So let's look at how to beat him in each mode. In normal he's not that tough at all. Most people found that a very aggressive deck that plays out lots of minions works best as they can get more out of the damage bonus from the spores. Zoolock is a great example, or hunters with lots of beast cards. Only thing you want to try to avoid is 1 health minions as he will AoE them very easily, so remove those from the deck wherever possible and replace them with something tougher but around the same cost. Having the ability to increase the health of these minions is also very useful as you want to avoid them being on 1 HP and getting hit by the AoE. Now heroic mode, like always, is a much greater challenge. He starts out with a Fen Creeper and a Spore on the field and generally plays out either a Death Charger, a Flesh Eating Ghoul or a Shadow of Naxxramas very early on, and this gives him some nasty starting damage along with his 0 cost hero power. So we're going to create a priest deck to counter him. First of all, we want to have a good chance of getting rid of that taunt early on, so a Shadow Word Pain will let us do that on turn 2. After that, we want to get some minions that will allow us to get some good value out of the spore kills, so we're going to add Nargent Squire, Mogashan Warden, Stoneskin Gargoyle and a Shield Bearer. This will give us some taunts to defend our HP and some tough to kill minions to get some value out of those spores. Next on the list is good ways to kill the spores. Elven archers are a must, and imp masters can also be great as you can use the 1/1 imps that are summoned up each turn to attack and kill the spores, leaving all your buffed up minions to hit into the hero himself. After that, some AoE will be really useful to control the board, so 2 Holy Novas and a single Wild Pyromancer will work great. Now, we need to keep ourselves and our minions alive as long as possible, so Light Wells will be great. They also buff up really well from spore kills with their high HPs. Power Word Shield will also give our minions some more life along with Divine Spirit. A couple of Holy Fires will also be really useful as they give us some healing in the late game to recover our HP, but also provide some great removal. Flesh out the last part of the deck with some useful cards. Holy Smite, Silence and Northshire Clerics, or anything you think would be useful. The tactic with this deck is to remove the Fen Creeper early on with Shadow Word Pain, hopefully having got out an Argent Squire on turn 1, so mulligan hard for these cards. There are other ways of doing it, but this is the cleanest. On turn 3 you want to kill that spore in the best way possible, so ideally use an Elven Archer to kill it after having played out either a Lightwell, Northshire Cleric or Shield Bearer. This will give you at least 3 buff minions on the field. Then use the Argent Squire to kill whatever else he's played out, popping your Divine Shield. Worst case scenario here is he plays a Spore Burst, killing your 1 health minions like the Squire and the Archer. But if you got out a Lightwell, a Cleric or a Shield Bearer, they'll still be alive. After that you want to start to try to control the board. Imp Master at this point is great, so is Mogashan Warden or any selection of low cost cards. Fill the board as best you can and then kill the spores the most effective way possible. Start hitting the hero and try to keep your minions alive, but watch your own HP as he will keep dealing free damage to you every turn and that can sneak up on you. He does have one more trick up his sleeve, and that's to cast Poison Seeds, turning all minions into 2/2s. This can drop your damage hard, but if you can just trade out your minions, you should still keep the board control if you had it before. Then drop some new minions back out and begin to build them back up. Remember that of his 30 cards, 8 of them are spore summoning, so the buffs will be available regularly. Maintain board control as well as you can and it will be no problem. It might take a few attempts before you get a good opening hand, but when you do he'll go down in no time and you will love hitting him with minions with huge damage. To keep up to date with all things Hearthstone and for more tips on beating the bosses of Naxxramas, check out hearthstone.gamepedia.com, linked in the description below. Make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have anything to add. Thank you for watching.